Okay, so now, so as I said, so they want to run for president, and the best president to have, okay, as the world goes through the valley of death, right? As facing the valley of death, right? Transcending the valley of death, is one with no blood on his hands, and that is Donald Trump, right? Has no blood on his hands, no history of no history of ancestors of his ancestors being enslavers, or he's not a warmonger. He wanted peace, which is the mandate of the universe at this time, is demanding peace, the Christ consciousness of Islam, and Islam means peace. Um, so he doesn't have blood on his hand. He's not a warmonger. He wants to preserve life, all life. Um, so it's best to have him as head of the new born again Republic America, right? Especially when Nibiru comes, the energy of Nibiru reaches the Earth's grid and begins to knock out all of those satellites. Now, ask yourself, do you want, when all of the Earth goes dark at night, right? During the daylight, it'll be daylight. But when all of the Earth's grid shuts down, all of the electronics of the Earth, become non-operable, right? You want Antifa running around? You want socialist Black Lives Matter running around? You want that under the abomination, Sabudian abomination, O'Biden? You want that? You had a bit of cities burning during the so-called socialist Antifa Black Lives Matter, right? Not the Batahai. I call it the Batahai, right? The the black ancestors of enslaved Hebrew Israelites, the BAD and BLM, right? The black ancestors, okay, black American ancestors, black American, right? Descendants of enslaved Hebrew Israelites. Okay, they are the true BLM that matters, right? They are the true BLM, right? Not Antifa socialist BLM. There are two BLMs that matters. One matters and one doesn't. That Antifa BLM does not matter. They are of the Dixiecrats, right? The KKK, white supremacists, Neanderthal Dixiecrats. You want them running around when the electrical grid goes down? You want them running to your house taking what you got? You want them first to try to disarm you so that they can come up in your house and take what you got and they be the new brown shirts? Is that what you want? Or do you want someone who's proven themselves to be supporters of America and its global humanity? And that will be Donald J. Trump. Okay? Now, and America does need to pay reparations, right? Whether it be Donald J. Trump or whomever, and you better pray it's Donald J. Trump. You better pray. And I'm giving you some wise advice, okay? Okay, and black people, y'all need to, many black people need to stop thinking with group consciousness, group thinking, right? Herd mentality, and that is vote blue no matter who, because it's the voting blue that's keeping you in enslaved, mass incarcerated, in ghettos, right? Poor schools, poor health care, poor housing. They do that intentionally because they want to usurp your legacy, because it is your turn to lead the world, mashallah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you are the ones with the DMT that's going to absorb all this energy that's going to come in from when Nibiru comes in, because it's going to deposit a great amount of energy on the earth, and that's going to open the crown, elevate the Kundalini, right, and the DMT to the crown chakra, and activate let's say the antenna, which is like a light obelisk, hologram obelisk above the head, whereby it connects with the earth's grid, as we said, right? Okay, and then that energy that's coming from Nibiru or Isis, right, hits the sun, and the sun's energy is intensified, and it elevates the consciousness even further to the divine consciousness, right? And whereby even that energy. Oh, this is where I was going to go to. Okay, and this is why sovereignty is very, very important. Sovereignty of the nation, sovereignty of nations, and sovereignty of the individual, because the individual consciousness is going to be elevated to the light body, right, above the head, right, the antenna above the head when the Kundalini rises, right? The energy, the DMT rises. That's a Kundalini. The energy, the DMT rises to the Christos, they call it, the oil, right? The Christ oils, right? It rises, right? So when that rises and it hits the crown chakra, right? Okay, and the sun hits that, right? It cracks open that pineal gland, that nut in the head, right? Okay, let me go to video 6.